Today is Sunday, the 7th of November, 2021. This weekend, the congregation observes Veterans Day. Participating in this pre-recorded service, guest speaker Ruth Fairchild, the surgeon of the National VFW. Ms. Fairchild is on the surgical staff of Jameson Hospital. Guest harpist Jingy Jang and her sons, Emmanuel on the violin and Gabriel on the keyboard. Shane Donnelly, video photographer and lector, and myself. In this service, Jingy Jang is playing a medley to the armed forces from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli. The caissons go rolling along, anchors away, and off we go into the wild blue yonder. Earlier this year, from Windsor Castle, the entire world watched the funeral for Prince Philip, the husband of Queen Elizabeth. The service included the Navy hymn, used in both the UK and the USA. Featured in this service is a rendition by Jingy Jang on the harp and her sons. Also, the national anthem performed on the harp and the violin. The annual congregational meeting is scheduled for this Tuesday, the 9th of November at 7 p.m. The agenda includes preliminary discussion about efforts to recruit a one-day replacement for me as the pastor. Please let me dispel all rumors. I have no current plans for retirement, nor am I undergoing any health problems. The efforts of the Board of Directors, Church Council, and Pastor will be shared. I hope that you can be there. You have a good day, and thank you for joining us. Hello, boys and girls. Look on our flagpole. What do you find at the very top? An eagle. And not just any eagle, a bald eagle. And today we're going to talk about the eagle. And the eagle is mentioned in the Bible 18 times, and it's part of our America, especially for this Veterans Day. And when we look at money, what do we find on money? We find an eagle. And the veterans, the armed forces, when we look at their emblems, 4 of the 5, you will find an eagle. The Marines, the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force all feature an eagle. And why do we have an eagle? Well, long ago, people recognized watching this large bird, and an eagle can be bigger than you. And when an eagle opens up its wings, it can really take off and fly higher than any other bird. And an eagle has better vision, maybe, than humans. And an eagle high in the sky can look down and see an animal in the field, and it can dive and swoop down and pick it up and take it away. All right, so when we look upon an eagle, it is a bird of flight, it is a bird of strength, a bird of courage. And so the ancient Romans, they used the eagle to represent their army. And here we see a Roman standard with an eagle on the top. Now, in early America, there was a lot of discussion. Our founding fathers wanted the eagle to be a symbol of America. And everybody was not in agreement. In fact, Ben Franklin said, no, we don't want an eagle because he fights all the time. And you know what? An eagle can even steal the food from other birds. All right, so we don't think that his character is the best. And Ben Franklin wanted to use the turkey, because the turkey is more of a kind animal. It's and of course, it's from America and not from other countries. And the other founding fathers made fun of him. And so what Ben Franklin did, he called Thomas Jefferson, okay, we're going to call the turkey after you. And that is why we call the turkey Tom Turkey, for Thomas Jefferson. All right, but the founding fathers got their way, and they made the eagle the symbol of our nation. And of course, here is the official crest of the United States. The eagle holding, yes, a quiver of 13 arrows for the 13 colonies, but also a branch of olives for peace. But when we go to the Bible, there is a precedent, and when we find the eagle, it appears in stained glass windows, and it's often a representation for the Gospel of John. And also, you can go to churches, and many churches, especially in the United Kingdom, will have their pulpit shaped like an eagle. And why is that? Because the Word of God is powerful, and it's going to sweep over us. So we really like our eagle. And why it's called a bald eagle, language is forever changing. And when we think of bald, we think no hair. But actually, bald means white. So long ago, when a man didn't have any hair and he was a white man, we would say he was bald because he had a white head. But actually, it means white. It doesn't mean no hair. And of course, the bald eagle is the official bird of the United States. What I'm giving you as your gift this weekend, coloring book that has our bald eagle and also all the birds of the 50 states. So you have a good time and learn about the birds that God made and their importance to the life of the nation and to the world. And have a good day and a happy Veterans Day.
Two portions of the Word of God receiving widespread usage by chaplains of the U.S. Armed Forces. Psalm 23 and Psalm 91. The Psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Psalm 91, the Soldier's Psalm. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God. In Him I will trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in the darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he hath set his love upon me, therefore I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. This is the word of the Lord.
Good evening, families, friends, comrades, brothers and sisters. As Veterans Day approaches, the question on many people's mind is, what does Veterans Day mean to a veteran? Is it a day to get a free meal just because you're a veteran? Is it just another federal holiday for federal employees to be off? Because I don't know about you, but I'm not off on that day. For some, the answer is yes. But if you ask each of the 19 million veterans in the United States what being a veteran means to them, you will get 19 million different stories. A different reason they joined, a different reason, an experience that they had in boot camp or basic training, and for some, a different experience in war. To become a veteran, you first have to make a life-altering decision to join the military. Once that decision is made, no matter the reason that you made it, you're on your way to becoming one of the less than 10% of the adult population that have earned the title of veteran. So with your indulgence, I'll tell you what being a veteran means to me personally with my story, and hopefully it won't put you to sleep. Being a veteran means leaving your family, your cozy home, and your small town way of life at 17 years of age. Being a veteran means having your parents take you to Pittsburgh and dropping you off to a bunch of strangers to be poked, prodded, and moved around from station to station while being scared out of your mind. It means getting on a plane for the first time ever in your young life and being sent 767 miles away from home. Being a veteran means getting off a bus at midnight and being screamed at and told how your life was going to change from this moment on. Being told to go to an empty chow hall. Being told just to wolf down a sandwich and get back outside. Being marched to a barracks at 1 a.m. and told, go ahead, get some sleep, you deserved it. Only to be rudely awakened at 4:30 a.m. by more yelling, followed by exercising, and finally given a duffel bag full of green clothes that would become the only thing you would wear for the next 8 weeks. It means early mornings, late nights, being told when to eat, how fast to eat, when to walk, when to run, how to shoot, how to stand, and how and when to speak. It means failing to qualify with your weapon and having to make a choice to go home a failure or go through everything you just went through all over again. It means holding your head as high as you can and walking into another basic training unit and doing it all over again. It means passing out when the drill sergeant throws a gas canister at your feet and sliding down a hillside in Alabama on your face during a 20-mile road march. Being a veteran means finally completing basic training and getting on another plane and flown an additional 932 miles away for training in the job you picked to do in the military. Being a veteran means starting your classes and falling during a night run, messing up your ankle, so that you have to start classes all over again when the next class starts in 6 weeks. Being a veteran means doing everything that's expected of you picture perfectly, only to be let down and told it could be better. But it also means that toward the end of the job training that you're built back up and told the reason you were told it could be better was because they saw great potential in you and always wanted you to never quit at good enough but to strive for all that is better in life. It means finishing your job training and getting on another plane and traveling 1,800 more miles to your first duty station. But now at least you're only 400 miles away from home. Being a veteran means overcoming your fear of talking to people and to groups by forcing yourself to become a CPR instructor, a mentor, and an on-the-job training instructor to those new troops coming to their first duty stations. Being a veteran means growing up and trying to live as normal a life as possible while the majority of your day is filled with your job duties, continued education, tests, and any other change that might come your way. It means meeting the love of your life and starting a military family as you move into military housing and have to worry about childcare and other important life decisions should you be deployed. Being a veteran means watching your spouse get on a plane to Korea 3 weeks after you get married and waiting to the night before your first wedding anniversary for him to return to you. And Reverend Gilbert married us, by the way. It means getting orders to Germany, but being told initially that you and your spouse would be in 2 separate cities, but things eventually working out to where you're on the same base, just in 2 different units. Being a veteran means being the first to test out a brand new prototype field hospital, only to find out that being a veteran also means you're taking that new hospital that you learned how to put together and using it in a war zone in the middle of a desert for real patients. Being a veteran means sitting in a dark tent, eating the closest thing to turkey you can get on Christmas Eve, waiting and listening to see if the promise of a Christmas attack would happen. Being a veteran means staying up all night to stabilize and try to save a fellow comrade that ran his Jeep over a landmine, and going back to your tent exhausted and tearful as you found out your efforts did not pay off. Being a veteran means helping 3 different surgeons as they work on an 8-year-old Iraqi girl caught in a crossfire to no avail, or working on a newborn that was thrown out of the Iraqi hospital because his father was an insurgent, and then going between the sleeping tents to smoke a cigarette, even though you don't smoke, because that's the only release that you have for all the pain you see. Being a veteran means finally seeing that plane after waiting in the 120-degree sun for 8 hours to take you back to your family you left behind in Germany. It means coming from a war to a husband who has developed cancer and taking care of him while performing your military duties, to include driving to and from Walter Reed Army Medical Center in Washington, D.C., from Fort Monmouth to New Jersey in a single day, and getting back in time for the commander to pin your sergeant stripes on. Being a veteran means making a lifelong friend that you still have to this day, and knowing that no matter what the circumstance or how many miles are between you, they always have your back and you have theirs. So what does being a veteran mean? It means all those things to me, it means all those things I said: good, bad, indifferent. It means extreme sacrifice by yourself and your family. It means that you still, to this day, get major goosebumps as you watch the flyby on opening day and getting tears in your eyes as the national anthem is played. It means even though your body is riddled with aches, pains, and multiple problems, you would do it all over again in a heartbeat. Why? Because you deeply love this country of ours, and you're dang proud of it. It means standing proudly and saluting the flag of our nation as it passes in front of you. It means you know it stands for the sacrifices of all fellow veterans and for our great country and all the freedoms we are privileged to have. To me, This is what it means to be a veteran. So this Veterans Day, enjoy your family, your friends, and all those you love. But remember to thank a veteran, no matter what their story is, for all their sacrifices. May God bless each of you, your families, our veterans, past, present, and future, and may God continue to bless the United States of America, land of the free, because of the brave.